Alright guys, hopefully this should be about halfway through class today that you are looking at this. So we're going to switch over to the DEP logo rebranding project. Do make sure that you time in. Try to help remind each other to time out. This is very important. You don't want to have 7 hours on your timesheet. That's going to look off, and that would affect your employability. So definitely make sure that you are timing in and timing out each time that we work on this DEP project. So what I want you to do first today is really think back to the research that you did kind of going into the DEP project. Think about what Lindsay said during the presentation. Think about the research you've done regarding typeface choices and those characteristics so far, and then also think about the tour we just took of downtown on Monday. So what I want you to do is come up with an initial plan, so this number 20 on your working document. Come up with an initial plan on how you're going to approach the DEP logo design. So answer these questions. I want it to be a thorough, probably a pretty good paragraph, like, so what are you looking to communicate? What typefaces do you plan on using? The heading and the subheading, or your primary font and your secondary font. And then what colors do you plan on using? Obviously, for the most part, you will all use the same colors that she's already given you, except for you might say in here, I plan on using the teal color more, I plan on using the burnt orange, or the blue or the gold, or whatever the case may be. But definitely outline what colors you plan on being more dominant in your logo, and then also outline just some ideas on how you're planning on laying the logo out itself, like what shapes or symbols or icons or badges or things have you seen that are popular that do you want to come up with and put in your logo. So again, this isn't something that has to stay. It's not going to be something I'm going to hold you to, but I definitely want to see a good thorough thought about where you want to start. So work on that to begin with. Once you finish that, on number 13, you guys have already done a bunch of research, and you filled out this chart. You filled out the characteristics, the common words, and the typeface choices. I think you've also totaled those up down below. So that whatever typefaces you got based on those characteristics, you've kind of totaled those up before down here. So you kind of maybe know in what general direction you may be wanting to go typeface wise. I think we've also started to search DeFont for certain typefaces. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure that we actually started searching, and some of you may have even opened up an Illustrator document and started to test some fonts out. So what I would suggest doing today is you're not going to have the password to download fonts, but what I would do is write down the names of the fonts that you want, and then use that preview mode in DeFont to write exactly what you want to say, in your logo. So if you wanted to say Downtown Excelsior Partnership, I would type that in the preview, and then I would screenshot your choices and put those into a Word document. Just make sure that you also screenshot the actual font name, so that way you can find it later tomorrow when I get back. So you're going to research typefaces today. The plan is that you finish kind of an initial research on these typefaces. I know it's a short day, so we might have to go back and revisit some of this tomorrow, but yeah, that's the plan. So what I want you to do is rely on this research from number 13. So these typeface choices, rely on the research that you did on Monday, walking around and kind of observing, what kind of fonts are popular, and then also think about, that Bellwork question yesterday. What do you plan on doing? Do you plan on using an Art Deco font? Do you plan on transitioning it to something newer? Do you plan on going a completely different direction? Whatever you say, any of those are going to be correct. So there's no wrong answer there, but just know what you're looking for before you start to go look, because it can be overwhelming. So I want you to spend the rest of your day looking for these things. Excuse me. I'm also going to share with you our DEP branding Octagon of Doom slide. And so what I want you to do by the end of the day today, before you leave, is to, at the very least, I want you to change your name. So you're going to click in here. I don't want you to change any size. I don't want to change I don't want you to change the font, the color, nothing. I want it just to be your name. Okay, at the top. Don't change the adjustment. I don't want you to put it over here. I want you just to keep it right in the same spot. And then from there, what I want you to do is to select those primary and secondary font choices, and I want you to paste those into here. So it's going to be an image. So what you'll want to do is go to Insert, Image, and then you'll have downloaded it, or you taking a screenshot. So it's going to be on your desktop. So then you would just add both of those images in here. You can arrange those however you want to in this slide. Tomorrow the plan will be that we actually download them and you can put them in Illustrator and rearrange them to look nicer, maybe a little bit more like the logo that you are maybe going to end up with. And then we will send these to Lindsay, and Lindsay will reevaluate these tomorrow. So get all that research done today, the kind of the dirty work behind it. Tomorrow should be a really quick download of some fonts, put them in here, and then you'll get your first evaluation. So make sure that you all claim a slide. There are 27, 28 slides in here, so you all should have a slide. So both the morning class and the afternoon class will be on here. Once a slide is taken, do not change anybody's slide. Do not mess with it. I trust that you guys are old enough, mature enough to take those things seriously. So anyway, that is before you leave. So I'm going to give you some time now. I want you to go do all that research, get those things taken care of, make those decisions, answer number 20 on your working document, and then before you leave, make sure you've claimed a slide in here and added both your heading and subheading font that you chose for the DEP rebranding project. So that's that. We will see you tomorrow.